you. All right, so your message is the perfect hiding spot. All right, so I feel like you are hiding something. Apparently, you could be hiding money. I heard like you're hiding money. You're finding a perfect hiding spot for your money. I feel like it's not a safe. It's not under your mattress. I mean, obviously, it's not somewhere that somebody would think to look. Okay, I feel like this is the perfect hiding spot. I feel like it's good enough for people never to think to look there, but it's also good enough for you never to forget where you hid it. Okay, it's not that good. Okay, so I feel like you could also be trying to hide someone. Maybe you're trying to hide your kids, or you're trying to hide information, or you're trying to hide yourself. Maybe you are, yeah, maybe you're trying to hide from somebody. So somebody here could be on the run. Um, but I feel like you're just finding like the perfect hideout, the perfect hiding space. This could be a coffee shop, a restaurant. It could be somewhere that's in like in the cut or like in the back alley or whatever. I just kind of feel like you're finding the perfect hiding spot or the perfect hiding place, either for yourself or for something else, but the perfect hiding spot. Okay, whatever it is you're trying to hide. Seven of Wands. Okay, so somebody here could be on the run, or I feel like if you're not on the run from the police, I feel like you're on the run from something. You looks like you are trying to avoid confrontation. You're trying to avoid getting into a fight. You could be trying to avoid the police. You're trying to avoid people. You're just trying to avoid being seen, really. All right. So, or you're trying to avoid being seen, or you're trying to hide somebody else. But I just kind of feel like you're trying to avoid confrontation. You don't want to have to stand up for yourself, or you don't want to have to stand up for yourself, or you don't want to have to stand up to someone. So you are avoiding somebody. I feel like you're avoiding someone, but you don't want them to know that you are avoiding them. Like you just wanted to come off like, oh, I didn't see you there, or like you wanted to come off like you're just not being seen, instead of it being like, oh, you're a coward, why are you avoiding me, why are you not talking to me, why are you not standing up for yourself. It comes off more like, oh, Virgo, where have you been, type energy, instead of you having a confrontation with somebody. Because I feel like you don't really have the energy right now, or you really don't have the courage right now to stand up for somebody, or to stand up for something, or you really, maybe you don't have the means or the resources to do something right now, so you need to hide away for a little bit. But I just kind of feel like you're trying to avoid just being seen, confrontation. You just don't want to get involved. I feel like you should be involved in something, but you just don't want to. So you could be hiding someone to prevent having to protect them. Okay, so you feel like if you hide this person, you don't have to protect them or stand up for them. You can avoid all conflict if this person is hidden, because I feel like somebody attracts a lot of attention, or somebody attracts a lot of conflict. Somebody attracts a lot of people, or they just attract a lot of chaos naturally, and you really don't want to have to defend them or stand up for them or protect them, not because you're a coward, just because you don't want to get in trouble. Like, I feel like, Virgo, you don't want to go to jail. The weather is breaking, it's getting hot outside. I feel like you're very protective of this person. It could be a Leo, a Scorpio, a Taurus, or an Aquarius. I feel like you're very protective of this person, and they get into trouble a lot. Somebody could have like a very smart mouth, or they just get into confrontations. Somebody could be very honest. They speak their mind. Somebody could be very brave. Somebody could be more brave than smart. Okay, so they get into like a lot of trouble. They get themselves into trouble, and if they get into trouble, they're gonna call you. You have to protect them, and you know how it is when you know how it is when you get involved. Shit get crazy. People go to jail. People start dying and shit. You know how it is. So I feel like you're like, okay, if I just hide you right now, I could just kind of fall back. I don't have to protect you. I don't have to defend you because you're hidden. Nobody can see you. Nobody knows where you are. So that protects both of us. Because I feel like, Virgo, you be on some crazy shit. Like the people that you love, I feel like you really go to bat for them, especially this person. It could be a Leo, but like I said, it could be somebody who they get into trouble a lot. This could be your kid. All right, so yeah, I just kind of feel like you're just trying to keep the peace. you're trying to protect somebody from yourself, okay? Or you're trying to protect somebody, you're trying to save somebody from themselves, okay? So you have found the perfect hiding spot, either for yourself, for this person, or for something else that you're trying to hide. It could be money. All right. So if you're around a lot of people, I feel like you're hiding your prized possessions, your goods, or whatever, because you just don't want to get into any trouble, conflicts, arguments, none of that. You're trying to, be more peaceful. You're trying to be more of a people person. So yeah, that means avoiding any type of smoke. So I feel like you're finding a way to do that. All right. You could just be trying to work too. You just need peace and quiet. Yeah. You're trying to be humble, or you're trying to humble somebody. I feel like somebody's not humble at all. Somebody speaks their mind. Somebody's very confrontational. Somebody is just like super brave, but it's not. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're trying to humble somebody, but you're trying to do it in a way you can still protect this person. Okay? I feel like you're doing something to prove a point, are either to this person or to yourself. But yeah, be humble. And I feel like this is what you're trying. You're doing your best. Okay. It's not easy for you. It's not easy for this person. So yeah, I feel like you want someone to realize that this is for their own protection, it's for their own good, or you're doing this to humble yourself. Okay. Maybe you're trying to learn a lesson here or whatever this is. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there.